Okay, I just wanted to briefly go over what you'll be doing today, make sure there's no confusion. So today you have a paraphrasing activity. We're going to be doing a lot of paraphrasing in this class, and often the texts that I give you are difficult to understand. There's a lot of different vocabulary and sentence structures. So that's what this is meant to help. So I chose a section of Frankenstein, chapter 20. You don't need to know the story for this. This is just a paraphrasing activity. We'll read this book later. But here are the instructions, where you're going to write out the line number where the sentence begins, type out the original sentence, and then write your paraphrase of the sentence. It might seem a little convoluted, but there are reasons for it. So I'm going to go here and show you what that looks like. The first sentence starts on line number 1. I go back here. Line 1 is right here. I sat one evening in my laboratory. The sun had set, the moon, and blah, blah, blah. So I said first sentence starts on line number 1. I typed out that sentence exactly as it is in the text. And again, I explain why I think that's beneficial in the description. And then I paraphrase it. So I sat one evening in my laboratory, the sun had set, and the moon was just rising from the sea. I had not sufficient light for my employment, and I remained idle, in a pause of consideration of whether I should leave my labor for the night, or hasten its conclusion by an unremitting attention to it. That's not how I speak. So I put it in my words. I had a lot of work left to do, but it was late and dark. I was trying to decide if I should call it a night and sleep, or pull out the caffeine and power through. All right, that's what I'm looking for. I know what this means. If I paraphrase things, then I can analyze them much more easily. So that's the first sentence. Now the second one, I say line number 6. If you go back over here, you'll see that that whole sentence takes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and part of line 6. The second sentence, as I sat, begins on line 6. So here, line number 6, I wrote it out as it is. As I sat, a train of reflection occurred to me, which led me to consider the effects of what I was now doing. And then I paraphrased it. This made me start to doubt myself and this whole project, thinking about whether or not it was a good thing to do. So you're going to do that for every single sentence on these first 2 pages. So when you're finished, you're going to submit this on Google Classroom. You will probably have noticed, if you're logged into my classroom, the assignment pop up called Frankenstein Chapter 20 Paraphrase. Go ahead and upload it there, and you'll be good to go. Now, when you're finished, there's a small form below discussing the concept of mood, which is very important in Gothic literature. So fill that out, and you will be good to go for today.